Can someone explain to me how you put your foot in your mouth and then go back and say you're scared? I never understood that. How do you instigate something and then go back and say you feel like your life is in danger? It's like maybe you should have thought about it before you acted like a whole racist, evil tyrant attacking a child. I'll be back. Hey everyone, I just came to do this quick update because I saw some great news for those who are really wanting and demanding that this woman be accountable for being a child abuser. And to those who contributed to this woman's crime, you guys, you know you're fools, right? Because that money is going to be confiscated because the NAACP, Rochester is involved, and the police department. So whatever apparatuses she's using to get money because of something she willfully did, that is against the law. She's not going to be able to keep that money. Oh my God, you guys are so not too bright. I noticed that people who are full of hatred, they don't think things out. You don't think too clearly. It's like you're so bent on revenge and payback or get back that you don't think clearly. So all that money you donated is not going to her. That will be against the law. They will be aiding and abetting her because she committed a crime. And then she turned around and asked you guys to help her. Help her because she is scared. When she stood on that camera, she had ample opportunity to say, you know what? Hey, I was just having a bad day. But she doubled and tripled down. And then turned around and was like, F you too. With her whole chest laughing like it was funny. Now she's scared. Oh, she didn't think people was going to react the way. Oh, okay, I see. Well, honey, I just say what they say. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Let me play a little bit of the interview the man took who video recorded this fool who's now scared, who did what she did and is now scared. Isn't that what they always did? But, when they would get caught having sex with with a black man, they went back and said, oh my God, he took advantage of me. Isn't that what they did? Oh, okay. Check out this interview.
Latest after a video reportedly shot in a Rochester park went viral last week involving racial slurs against a child at a park. Rochester Police actively looking into the video showing a woman holding a small child making racist slurs in reference to another child at the playground who she claims had taken something belonging to her child. The person recording the video alludes to the child being targeted as having special needs. Tonight, KTTC's Ryder Blair spoke with the man behind the camera. Ryder.
Olivia, last week at Roy Sutherland Park, Shamarke Omar says he noticed a woman yelling racial slurs at a 5-year-old African-American boy, and he felt it was only right to defend the child, record the incident on his phone, and post it on social media. Now, Omar says he and his children are receiving death threats for what he thought was an act of justice.
If it was my child, I would want somebody else to stand up for him.
On the evening of April 28th, Shamarke Omar says he started recording a now viral video of a woman shouting racial slurs at a 5-year-old special needs boy.
I thought she was going to deny it and walk away. When there was a video and she saw that I was recording, she doubled down and even tripled down now.
With a child of his own on the spectrum, Omar says he felt he was doing what he thought was right.
If nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to have to do it. I don't have to ask permission, or should I do it or not? for anybody.
A woman who has identified herself as Shiloh Hendricks has crowdfunded more than $430,000 as of Friday night with a goal of $1 million to protect her family after she says her personal information was released, asking, quote, help to assist in protecting my family. I fear that we must relocate, end quote.
I don't know what to say. It's mind-boggling. I don't know. I thought she was going to get punished for this, but apparently not. She's getting rewarded.
Meanwhile, the Rochester branch of the NAACP has showed its support for the child affected by also crowdfunding more than $150,000 in donations by Friday night with a goal of $250,000. Omar says he and his family have received death threats.
He's been threatened, and the rest of the kids also have a death threats against them.
To the 15,000 supporters who have donated to Hendricks' fundraiser, Omar says this.
Living with hate, is very stressful, and it shortens your life. Being happy and welcoming is the better way. Change yourselves.
A point that has made the rounds on social media in discussion of this incident that we do want to disclose is in 2022, Omar was charged with 2 sexual assault charges, but both have been dismissed. We have made ongoing efforts to contact Hendricks to report on her side of the story, but we have yet to receive a response. Live in the studio, Ryder Blair, KTTC News.
By the way, I called Rochester Police Department this morning, and they said they are being flooded with phone calls about this sickening situation. And I told them that I expected they do right by that little black boy who was viciously assaulted verbally. And I also left a message with Rochester NAACP and told them that I expect that they do whatever they need to do to legally to get that crowd, whatever platform she's using to beg for money after what she willfully did, get them shut down and get that money confiscated, and also make sure that money go to children who are victims of child abuse and racist attacks. So I'm going to leave their numbers, the police department and the NAACP number, in the description, and I implore you to call and let them know what you expect. And I want to add that the mayor has condemned her, and some other, I don't know, it was a local politician has condemned her. But yeah, you did this to a child, so I don't care what you guys think. Those who are rooting for her, no, she didn't dug a hole, or she didn't made her bed. Here's the thing. This is a child she did this to. She didn't do it to a grown man or a grown woman. She did this to a child. And I know some of you guys don't see black children as children, but they are children. And she's going to suffer the consequences for being a child abuser. I really do believe that hatred is a mental illness because it causes you to act before you think. You know how you guys say low impulse, like black folks or black men have low impulse control? No, you guys have actually, you guys got that hands down because you showed throughout history that you have low impulse controls. That's why, the evil, horrid things that were done in history in the past, that's why you guys have actively tried to hide it, because after you did what you did, you knew it was wrong. That's why you try to cover it up. Even a child knows better. You can tell when a child knows right from wrong. I'm going to tell you how you know when a child starts learning right from wrong. When they do something to try to hide it. When you walk in the room and you bust them, playing with something they're not supposed to play with, and they had this look like, oh, busted. That's when you know a child knows right from wrong. Adults, you guys do the things you do, low impulse control, and then later on you think about the consequences. It's like, oh, it's too late. You didn't already acted a fool. So here's the article I stumbled across. It was just talking about what happened. And then they said, okay, basically she said the little boy tried to steal something from her. And I feel like hogwash because, first of all, we record everything, right? Why you don't have a video? Why haven't you released a video showing that you caught this little boy trying to steal out of your tote bag? You's a damn liar. All that lying ain't gonna get you. And then all you people who contributed to her lies and contributed to her hatred, you just cursed yourself, right? Those curses, that hatred, it opens a door of curses in your life. And then you have children too. You have loved ones too. So the seeds you planted and trying to run and defend her and her hatred, it's going to come back on you. Like I heard some people were saying that the reason why these races contributed to her financially is because they were upset with Carmelo. I'm not going to speak too much on that, but I know if two big guys was surrounding my child and he needed to defend himself, I wish you would come tell me he was wrong. I wish you would. So that means if somebody tried to attack your child or intimidate your child, you gonna sit there and tell your child just to take it? Anyway, so that's what it is. It's revenge. And there's a history of revenge when it comes to white racists. It's a history of revenge. And do you know the Bible says you're not supposed to seek revenge on your own? See, that's why the seeds you planted is so horrific. They're going to come back worse. Okay. So basically the Rochester, you guys should do a crowdfund for the man who recorded this fool. Support him. And make sure nothing happens to him or his kids, because y'all gonna learn to stop threatening these people when they expose you in your evil racism. The Rochester Branch of the NAACP has launched its own crowdfunding campaign with multiple goals, including legal support and social justice efforts in support of the child and family, as well as anti-racism work in Rochester. That fundraiser earned a total of $341,000 before the fundraiser was closed due to the request of the family affected. Look at that. The family said, you don't have to get this money. Look, that's what you call decency. And they didn't even do anything. And they didn't even want NAACP raising that kind of money for them. But this fool put her foot and her ass in her mouth and she crying, oh my God, aren't y'all tired of running after these lying, evil, racist white women? Y'all gonna get put in a situation that you ain't gonna get out of. On its fundraising page, NAACP acknowledged the woman in question fundraising efforts, writing many of the comments from her supporters celebrate and justify her hate, but then they say it's no racism. NAACP goes on to say, let's turn outrage into impact. Stand with us, stand for this child. Justice must be served. Rochester Police have solicited information from witnesses on its social media. There have been no official updates relayed publicly. They are going after this woman, and as I said, it's not going to go the way you hateful racists think it's going to go. No. And as the year go on and the years come, you're going to see that those tables have turned where you guys used to do evil things like this and it look like you got away with it. No, that's not happening no more. And you guys should be very concerned when black folks get quiet, like we did for that social gathering April the 5th. But no, we about to be loud and demand some actions now. You're not going to be messing with harassing our children and think you just going to go on with life. What you think you're going to do with this money? You think you're going to be able to run somewhere and not face the consequences of your sickening actions ever? The only way you would be able to do that is if you find an isolated island and go hide and live in a cave for the rest of your life. That's the only way you might be able to have a peaceful life. But it's not going to happen. You got kids, honey. And you done just planted those seeds, those evil, wicked seeds against your kids. And it's going to come. You ain't going to be able to stop it. You evil person. You're evil. And if you did that in public, I can imagine you 60, 80 years ago, what you guys would have did to that black child. If you're going to do that today, 25, with somebody recording you and confronting you, I can imagine what you would have did to that little black boy 60, 80 years ago. They would have still been wondering what happened to him. All right, I'm out, y'all. If I hear anything else, I'll bring it to you. Have a good day. Deuces.